We did so. We made it to Wednesday. Look at us.
I think I have to sneeze.
Oh, no.
Make it go away. It's Wellness Wednesday.
It is.
There's a sneeze stuck right inside my nose right now. My eyes are watering.
That's funny.
Hi, everybody.
You're exhausted.
I'm a little tired.
Can I just say, he's rehearsing for Shrek, and he's the director, so he's got to be on everything.
Okay. Director, and then I'm actually choreographing some numbers, and that's the part that's doing me, and I'm not as young and fit as I used to be.
Stop it. Really?
Last night I'm showing these young guys, no, you gotta do this. How to do like Cossack dancing, the Russian.
Oh my word, I'd do one and I'd never get back up again.
And then like how to do like barrel turns and fling their legs around. And then jumping.
You were doing that? Showing them?
Well, I'm trying to show them.
I thought as a director you would have hired a choreographer, no?
Well, we do have a couple of people handling other numbers. I farmed out some of the numbers to other choreographers as well. But for the most part, I take a lot of it on because I think I'm going to enjoy it. When I'm
in advance, yes.
And then I start doing it. So my back is so sore today. And I
think you should show us some of the moves.
Yeah, right. I just want to go to bed. Listen, hey, folks. Not only is it Wellness Wednesday, it's also International Earth Day.
Oh, do your best today and every day to save our planet.
Yeah.
My goodness, we're just ruining it.
No, we were talking yesterday about the plastic and the whale and all that stuff.
Oh, my word.
So anyway, the theme this year is protect our species. And I think that means not just humanity as well as everything else on the planet. There's a quote, in nature, nothing exists alone.
The real
I don't
naturalist,
exist without Luann.
Right.
Luann doesn't exist without me.
And people who are very much into this issue truly believe that and have scientific proof of that. It's like a big cycle. Even those little maggots in the swamps. You know that swamp?
You mean
that
Donald
stinks?
Trump?
Yeah, him. He's like, there's a whole bunch of stuff coming off him.
So there's a guy, I guess his name was John McConnell. He was a peace activist, and he was the one in 1969 who proposed an International Earth Day at the UNESCO conference in San Francisco. And so basically it's about protection and awareness of the environment. So, and the 2016 Paris Accord was signed on this day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
The U.S. didn't stay in for that long, did they?
No,
they pulled out fast.
Yeah.
So happy International Earth Day. Take care of the planet. Pick up some plastic today and put it in a recycling bin.
Yeah, cut it up really small so
if
it
it's
doesn't
number
hurt
5
any
or
animals.
6.
Yeah, right? Shouldn't we be beyond that?
Yeah, we should.
Should we? I think that it's weird that in this day and age, with all the issues that we know of, that not everything is recyclable.
Yeah, it could be.
I'm constantly asking Jim, can I recycle? No.
No.
All right. Can I? No. Like lids, you can recycle some plastic containers, but then not the lid. The lid's plastic, but it's a harder plastic.
I think the lids are 1 and 2, like the Tim Hortons coffee lids. Those aren't recyclable. I don't believe those are 1s and 2s. We only do 5s and 6s in Sault Ste. Marie.
I thought we did 1s and 2s and not 5s and 6s.
Is that what we do?
Yeah, we do. Look at him talking about dead whales, right? You're killing the whales with all your crap.
It's not only International Earth Day, it's also Extraterrestrial Abductions Day.
Ooh, that explains so much, doesn't it? Have you ever been?
I don't remember.
No.
Because they go into your brain and stop you.
But then you have
some
flashbacks.
People remember.
And there's some of them have operations.
I sometimes used to wish that I would get abducted by an extraterrestrial because I couldn't get a date for 45 years. I was single till I met Bowser. It's like, could somebody, maybe I have to look to Mars, just how we have to go to Mars to live because we've ruined this planet. I ruined every relationship on Earth, so I have to look to the extraterrestrials.
Please, Mr. E.T.
Yeah. Phone me.
Phone me. Phone Tim.
Phone Tim. And it's proposal day, so.
Proposal, as in?
Propose to an alien, I guess. I don't know.
A marriage proposal or just proposal?
It's generally proposal. If someone says to you, I would like to propose that we go to a movie. Okay. Don't jump ahead too much and assume that they're going to ask you to marry them.
I'd like to propose that I should get a raise.
There we go. It's proposal day.
I can do that today. And that means I'll be successful, no doubt.
It all kind of ties into because it's the first day of spring.
Yes, finally. Man, did you think we were going to make it or what? Seriously, there was a minute there. I'm not usually too, funked up about the weather and stuff, Like I don't get into and out of and into, like I just
You don't
go
do that seasonal
whatever.
depression thing?
No, I'm very lucky because
Seasonal
it's
affective-
definitely an issue.
Seasonal affective disorder. Sad. Yeah.
I'm lucky I don't have that, but boy, there were a couple of minutes this winter. I'm like, seriously, like we can't use. At this point, we cannot use our full driveway because Jim had to shovel off the roof, and
It's full of snow
and
from
it's
the
got to
roof.
go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So I said, so why aren't you shoveling that big mound and like bringing that away?
You can't go
What's wrong
faster
with
than
you?
5 kilometers an hour on Bush Street right now because
Anywhere.
it's just
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm like,
crazy.
come on, melt.
Yes, it's coming. It's
Well,
coming.
because right now it's spring vernal equinox, which means
That sounds like a venereal disease.
okay.
Vernal equinox.
You can get a shot for that. It'll go up public health. Days and nights are equal today.
Oh,
12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of nighttime.
really?
Yeah.
That's very
But you only really see that at the equator. Other places it seems shorter and longer, and as it makes sense because you're further away
Well,
from where
sure.
the sun. But anyway,
Makes
that
sense.
is the idea today.
Let's take a trip to the equator.
We're smack dab in the middle of the 12 hours, and so this is nice. We're getting more sunlight
Yes,
now.
I noticed that in the evening. What a difference.
Oh, people talking about they get home from work and they have
Yeah.
2 hours of sunlight.
Right?
Still, it is nice.
And it makes you think of those bonfires in the backyard. And
Oh.
it's 10 o'clock and it's still kind of sort of light out.
Remember
and-
bonfires?
Yeah. Jim and I usually have one. He actually just dug out the fire pit, and the snow is like this. So we sit
Yeah.
on some chairs.
Up high.
And do on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with the walls around us. And
Walls of snow around
yeah,
you.
and then he builds a big fire.
That's
and,
cute.
Yeah. Usually what we do is sometimes he cuts down a very elderly tree, and he'll stick it in the snow on
It's
the deck.
Environmental Day. She's being careful.
Yes. And decorates it for outside. So our first fire is Christopher Burning Tree. Because
Like,
we always call our Christophers.
He
our
gets
trees
a
Christopher.
dead like a dying tree.
Yeah.
He decorates it and then burns it.
Yeah, he decorates it. Well, he
You burn
cuts it
with
down.
You burn it with decorations on.
No, we take them off every year and do the same thing. Next year, like he has, and they're all red. They're
Okay.
lovely. It's his own little project. It's awesome.
I'm not catching it. You burn a decorated tree? No.
No.
You cut a tree down.
We cut a tree down.
Yeah.
We have it up from mid-December till, whenever you take your Christmas
You stick it in the
decorations
snow?
down. Yes, on the deck outside.
Oh, it's an outside Christmas tree.
Yes. So
That
then
hurt.
we decorate
That actually
it.
hurt my brain to figure out what the
Well,
hell she's
that's
talking
not
about.
a big surprise.
Oh, I just cursed a little bit. Oh, there's more cursing coming up on the show.
Oh yes, I can't wait to see him.
Okay, so it's Wellness Wednesday. So my guests include everything. Today was pre-recorded, which is, I don't have any. You're the only live thing in my life today. Holistic Healing Fair is coming up on Sunday, March 24th at the Machine Shop. Really cool. All these vendors show up. Everything from
Sounds awesome.
Reiki and healings and essential oils and soaps and all natural products and even psychics and all that kind of
Food?
stuff. Yes, food. Everything. Food from like the country way and everything. So anyway,
Awesome.
yeah. Anyway, it's the Holistic Healing Fair. And so one of my guests today is a lady named Christine Roy, and she owns a business called Healing Holistics.
Ah.
So she's going to talk about her business. And then, of course, laughter's the best medicine. And there's a funny comedian, Derek Seguin. He's a French-Canadian comedian. He's going to be at Sue Blasters on March 28th. I Skyped with Derek. We're going to air that interview today.
But
Be warned that there are a couple little F-bombs and some, there's some salty language in there because he's a blue comedian. If you've seen him on Montreal, Just for Laughs, all that stuff. Anyway, it's an enjoyable interview.
he's very hilarious. He's very, very funny. But again, it's a little bit salty, so watch out for the kids.
Yeah, that's the second interview of the day.
Yeah. So that's all good.
And speaking of laughter, Carl Reiner. You know
Yes.
Carl, okay. 97 years old
He's
today.
still with us.
Carl Reiner started out way back in the 1940s, 50s, and he was big in
yeah.
radio, then television with Mel Brooks.
Yes.
With Your Show of Shows. Way back in the 1950 to 1957 was Sid Caesar's Your Show of Shows.
Yes.
Carl
Sid
was a
Caesar.
writer-performer, and then of course he's the creator of The Dick Van Dyke Show.
Oh, wow.
Which won 15 Emmy Awards. Carl won 6 of them. Directed Steve Martin in The Jerk. So happy birthday, Carl Reiner. 97.
Happy birthday. Good for
He's
you,
very
man.
anti-Trump.
Is he? I love you.
And the father of Rob Reiner.
Yes.
All in the family.
Yeah, meathead.
Yeah.
Speaking of funny people, Amy Schumer.
She's pregnant still.
She's
yes.
still pregnant.
Pregnant.
Did a stand-up because that's her first love. And she's so funny. She was talking about how she's been very sick with her pregnancy, actually hospitalized a couple of times. But she's talking about how her belly button is now becoming deformed.
Yeah.
They either stick out or go over here or whatever. So she actually had to put a big piece of tape across so that her dress wouldn't emphasize that her belly button was acting kind of wonky.
She put a tape over her belly button so you wouldn't see it?
So, just to make sure that you believed her, she lifted up her whole dress, and there was this big piece of plaster, like a big Band-Aid, like right on her tummy. And she also talked about during this, which wasn't so funny, her husband, Chris Fisher, has actually been diagnosed on the autism spectrum.
I saw just a little headline on that.
And she said, you know what? She said, everything that they describe for the reasons him being on the spectrum are all the things that I love about him. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, yeah.
So awesome. She's hilarious. We wish her all the best with the baby. And her belly button. Don't worry, honey, it'll come back. But it gets really long as your stomach gets older, and so do you, and it pulls down more. It's like, it looks like a bad stretch mark. So look forward to that.
Yeah. So, yeah. But wasn't it yesterday we talked about having babies and something? I was like, you can do it and I never would.
Yes.
That's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
I like my belly button just the way you are.
Mine's down around my knees, but it's all
right.
We
have a great show on Wellness Wednesday for you. Coming up is my interview with Christine Roy about the Holistics Healing Fair and her business, Healing Holistics. Plus plenty more. And Luann has the news on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim, and joining me this morning on Wellness Wednesday is Christine Roy. Welcome, Christine.
Thank you so much.
So, Christine, I came across you because you're going to be involved. You're one of the vendors. Well, not really a vendor. You're one of the exhibitors, I suppose you would say, at the Holistic Healing Fair, which is going on at the Machine Shop on Sunday, March the 24th.
Yes.
And you're involved all 3 years of this thing, right?
Yes.
This is its third time coming back to the Sioux with Vanessa?
Yes.
How's the experience been with the healing fair in the past?
It has been wonderful.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of public coming through from Sioux, Ontario and Sioux, Michigan.
Really?
And everyone is very happy to learn about health and wellness and see all the vendors. It's packed. Really
it's packed, right?
House. Yeah.
And it's free admission, which I think is fantastic.
Yes.
You can come in, you can meet all these different people who are involved in holistic healing or health and wellness and everything from nutrition to, spa treatments to Healing Holistics. There it is right there. Healing Holistics with Christine Roy. Christine, I can't even believe you're approaching your 20th anniversary in the industry.
Yes.
You're doing something right. I mean, obviously, holistic healing is working for you because you look very young.
Oh, thank you.
Where'd you start off, and how did you get into this in the first place?
Well, I was interested in natural medicine because it was something that I was able to help people.
Okay.
And that was a career that I was searching for.
Yeah.
And natural medicine just is such a wellness product where you're able to improve the health and overall well-being of people without band-aiding issues.
Without band-aiding issues. Can you just give me a little more about what you mean about band-aiding issues?
Well, normally if you would look at a symptom like a headache, you might take an Advil.
Right.
You know, whereas natural medicine is trying to find out why you have that headache.
Okay.
Are you dehydrated? Are you not eating properly? What is going on? We want to heal the body.
Right. You do, I can't even believe what you provide out of your spa, and I love your location. I didn't know you were there. You are on Lake Street, right above the dry cleaners.
Yes, right above Parkway Cleaners at the
corner of Lake and Wellington.
Yes.
It's a great location.
It is. There's lots of parking.
How many years?
It is going on my 4th year there.
4th year there, 10 years back in Sault Ste. Marie?
Yes.
So I think you said you were in Windsor, is that right?
I was in Windsor.
You were down in
yes.
Windsor.
Had my practice there for about 6 years.
And then you and your husband, both originally from Sault Ste. Marie,
Yes.
decided to come back with your family.
Yes.
And raise the kids here and start your business back in Sault Ste. Marie.
Exactly.
Love that too. Entrepreneurial spirit, coming back to Sault Ste. Marie to raise a family.
Absolutely.
And how's it been going for you, your clientele?
My clients have been great. The public has really been very receptive to my career.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to put as much into it, having a child and a family,
right.
but I have been well received with Sault Ste. Marie, and I'm busy.
You have some really unique services that you provide. Let's do a rundown on some of the really specialized. Now, first of all, let's point out that everything you do is very specialized because you're one client at a time.
Yes.
You're not the kind of spa where, oh, we're having a bridesmaid party, can we come in and get our nails done? That's not what you're about.
No.
Okay, as great as that is for other people, that's not the focus of your
Exactly.
business.
It's very private and customized, not interrupted. You have my full attention.
Complete privacy. And generally, when you first meet somebody, you want to spend at least an hour with that person, don't you?
Yes. When you're coming in for an initial session, like if someone calls me on the phone and says, where do I start? Mm-hmm. Well, we can start with your symptoms, but it's better to start with a full body analysis with iridology because it helps to determine what's going on inside your body. And then I can customize a treatment protocol for you.
Iridology. Describe it.
Okay.
It's fascinating to me.
It is. Iridology involves analyzing the colored portion of the eye, which is the iris.
The iris.
And it helps to determine organ and tissue conditions of your body.
You can tell by looking at someone's iris what's going on with their organs and the tissues in their body.
Yes. There's markings and discolorations on your eyes that will correspond to a chart that will determine what is going on with the eyes. So I am a certified iridologist, and half my training was learning how to analyze the eye, and the other half was what do you do with the information once you have it.
So cool. Now you just said you're very excited. You got a new camera to use for iridology.
It's a state-of-the-art iridology camera. I've been wanting one for my whole career, and finally I have it. And it's great to have the pictures done because then I can tell you from this day, this is the way that it looks. And then if you come back in 3 months to a year, we can show the pictures side by side and see the change in your health.
That
and
to
you
me
can
is
see it.
Freaky, but I love it.
Yeah, it's really
so you can see the difference that it's making.
Yes.
And so would that indicate then through iridology you would know maybe it's a nutrition thing?
Absolutely. You can see organ and tissue conditions, vitamin or mineral deficiencies. If there's accumulations of toxins in the detox organs, if there's levels of mucus, inflammation, or stress. So it's a full body analysis.
Now, metals. Let's talk about that because you're talking about we all have metals in our body, is that right? We have iron, we have a different content, copper, right? All those things are inside of us.
Absolutely.
What can happen? Why do we need to cleanse that stuff? And how do you do it?
Yes. Well, you can cleanse the body through many fashions. Okay. One of them is through the Detox Foot Spa that is exclusive to Healing Holistics. And it helps to remove heavy metal toxins as well as viruses and bacteria. And because we do that, it will boost your immune system. It will improve your energy. It will improve your memory and concentration, reduce sinus congestion and pressure. It's good for so many things. Because your body's not focusing on all these toxins, you're able to focus and heal and feel better.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the other reasons why people come to you. They want to lose weight. You can help them with that as well?
Yes. Well, through my nutrition, I am a certified nutritionist, and through my nutrition practice, I'm able to help with weight loss. Okay. I'm also able to help with generally just eating better, balancing your blood sugar levels.
You were talking about diabetes. What's your work there?
I can help with pre-diabetic counseling.
Pre-diabetic counseling.
And balancing blood sugar levels as well as hypoglycemia, because hypoglycemia is low blood sugar. So we want to balance that out as well. And then I can help with anti-inflammatory diets or reducing inflammation, things like
arthritis and stuff you talked about too, right?
IBS, digestive issues, all kinds of different things.
And then to go one step further, in addition to all of this beautiful healing stuff you do, to make other people, just to make people feel good about themselves, you do manis and manicure, pedicure stuff.
I do.
But the difference is completely holistic, all natural.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that, the difference between what you would do and what somebody else might do who isn't doing this from a holistic approach?
Yes. Because I am of a holistic nature and I love natural medicine, I want to reduce the chemicals that I'm putting on your system and on your skin, because everything goes into your system and your blood. And so what I do is I find products that are chemically chemical free as much as possible,
Yeah.
or at least chemically reduced.
Okay.
And that will reduce the amount of toxins that you're either inhaling or putting into your system.
You also said about like environmentally friendly, animal
Cruelty free. Yes, all of the above.
And you do packages too. Like you can
do.
you get discounts for packages?
Absolutely. You can get a discount for different types of packages. I do a spa reflexology, for example, which is a half-hour foot care as well as a 1-hour reflexology, and that's combined. I do a detox foot spa with reflexology that is combined to give you a discount. And you can do a 5-pack of detox spas, which you will get about a $45 discount as well.
But even your prices, I was saying to you, there's nothing really over $60 for a full hour of treatment. Sometimes it goes up because it's an hour and a half, but these prices are really reasonable. Do you have a website?
I do.
Oh, great, because this is a lot to take in.
Absolutely. And my website,
I'm sorry, but I'm amazed at the amount of services
Lots
that you
of
provide out of
services.
your spa.
Yes.
Website is what?
healingholistics.ca.
Simple as that, healingholistics.ca.
And I try to put as much information as I possibly can because I know everybody wants to Google the person first. So I have a lot of information on what is iridology, what is the history, what are the detox spa history. I have testimonials on there as well as where I'm located, prices, everything.
You do facials, mini facials, aromatherapy just for men, hand repair, foot repair, hot oil, manicure, pedicure. This is fantastic. I'm so glad I met you.
Thank you.
And you're going to be, once again, for anybody who wants to learn more, you can go to her website or go meet her in person at the Healing, it's called the Holistic Healing Fair.
Yes.
At the Machine Shop, Sunday, March the 24th. Do you know what time the doors open? I think it's like 10 a.m. or something.
I think it's 10.
I think so too. I think it's 10 to 4.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Free admission.
Absolutely.
And all kinds of information. Christine Roy, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you
so much. Come back again sometime.
I would love to.
Well, I'm going to go and experience. You gave me a little something that I can come and visit you.
Absolutely.
And after I've experienced that, maybe I'll have you back on. We'll talk about how things went.
That would be great.
All right. So nice to have you. Welcome back to Sault Ste. Marie. I'm glad that you're here.
Me too.
And happy 20th anniversary in the business and 10 years in Sault Ste. Marie.
Thank you.
Located above Parkway Cleaners at Wellington Street and Lake Street, it is Healing Holistics with Christine Roy. And we'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this. Do you remember MySpace?
No.
With social media? I think it was kind of like even before Facebook and stuff.
Oh, no, I don't remember it.
MySpace. Well, they changed over their server, and in so doing, they lost 12 years of their subscribers' music. It was a MySpace music thing, and it wiped everything out from prior to 2015.
You mean people made playlists and they lost them?
Not just playlists. I think this could be like actual original tunes and stuff. Like
No.
it's inobtainable. They can't access all the music they had stored in MySpace before 2015. Although I don't know anybody who's still using MySpace. Is it even a thing ananymore?
I've never.
But I guess you can still access all of the stuff that you stored in MySpace, but not anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine that. 12 years worth of data wiped out.
Oh, I'd be ticked.
I would too. Music, speaking of music, can you believe it was 1991 that Michael Jackson signed that 6-album, $65 million contract with Sony Music.
Wow.
And he died penniless. $65 million!
For one album.
He blew through so much money.
Apparently, he would walk into stores and just, I'll have 3 of those, I'll have 3 of those, I'll have 2 of those.
He'd do the same thing at Toys R Us. But he wasn't pointing at the merchandise.
Speaking of Toys R Us, you know who's going to need toys?
Who?
Jessica Simpson.
She having a baby?
So big. Oh my God, bless that girl. I look at her and I think, oh, been there, done that. She looks like there is not one more piece of space in her. She's been very, very vocal about her pregnancy.
One piece of space.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
If she wears a push-up bra, her face will disappear.
Yeah, exactly. She could have a rest. Just put her neck down. She's been very upfront about her swollen feet.
Oh.
She's been on Twitter with, like, honest to goodness. And you know what? It brings back such memories for me. I had an 11.5-pound baby, my
Twice.
first one. Yeah. And I look at her. So what does she do? She broke her toilet seat. She posted about the fact that her feet were swollen. And does anybody have any tips? She posted a picture of her in a bikini. God bless her soul.
Pregnant?
Her courage.
Pregnant in her bikini?
Yes.
Good for her.
Couldn't see the pants. But then she titled it Gestation.
Oh.
Gestation. Cute, eh?
Yeah, Jessica Simpson,
Yeah.
gestation.
Honest to goodness, this bikini, I felt bad for the bikini. I did. I was like, you poor thing. Nobody put you on this earth for this. And look at you holding it up as best you can. God bless you. Bikini.
Luann has the news coming up after this. Stay with us on Mornings with Luann and Tim, and after that, a great interview with Derek Seguin, a comedian who will be at Sue Blasters on the 28th of March. All right, so we'll see you right after this.
Good morning and welcome to Mornings with Luann. Tim's in the bathroom. You gotta go when you gotta go, right? I think he's just like, what else would he be doing? Except, wanted to let you know about a high-speed chase that happened in Los Angeles. And you know what? All you can do is say, only in Los Angeles. I mean, police were chasing this guy for blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks. And they finally tracked him down, got him to stop, and then he got out of the car as they were speaking to him and started dancing. Like, not just, like, this dude did a whole routine. Like, he was like doing splits and flying and everything. Yeah, after a high-speed chase. Only in LA. So they say.
I thought you were talking about me.
Oh, who? Oh, look who's here. How did things go?
I had a cramp.
Apparently. You can't time the cramps, right?
You should have had more news.
I should have, right, it's I did not cause your cramp, buddy. TikTok, I'm just saying.
I also just wanted to make sure that everything was nice for the next person. Hi, everybody. It's live TV.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I forget why right now, but you gotta love it.
How long you been out here by yourself?
Oh, about 4 or 5 days. Just feels like it anyway.
I was going to talk about...
I don't care what you were going to talk about. I'm having fun all by myself. You just sit there and listen to me.
You know what? I had to do this alone one day when you weren't here, so there you go.
Yeah, but I gave you a heads up at least.
I was in
like
the head.
Like the day before. Yes, you were in the head. Paris Jackson. We talked about how...
You didn't talk about Paris Jackson. You said Paris Hilton.
I did.
The other day.
Paris Jackson.
Yeah, what about her?
There were tons of rumors about her being suicidal and stuff because ambulances and police were called to her house and stuff. And now she's saying that people are just trying to create drama after the film, the documentary about her father leaving Neverland. She says they're upset because not enough people are reacting negatively to it. So she said they need something to talk about. So they're trying to make her sick.
I also have read gossip about people saying we need an intervention for Paris. That
yes.
Substance misuse.
Well, you know what though? Like she's tried to kill herself twice. She's 20 years old.
Well, look where she came from.
Right?
Talk about trauma in your life.
Right?
Holy smokes.
Imagine what that girl has seen now that she knows better.
What was going on there?
Perhaps. Yeah. She must look back and go, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. You know? Like, yeah. I can't imagine trying to learn how to figure that out?
As a little kid.
Right? And then as a big kid.
Looking back on what was going,
Yeah. Not good. What's coming up next?
Derek Seguin. Just a reminder.
Are you going to be here for it?
I don't know. Thank goodness it was pre-taped. I was present that day. I washed my hands.
Good, I'm glad to hear it.
Derek is a very funny comedian. You may have seen him on Just for Laughs, all kinds of places. Award-winning comedian, going to be in Sault Ste. Marie at Sue Blasters on March 28th. We Skype together, and that interview's coming up, and there are F-bombs. So if you have sensitivity to language issues, you might want to just beware. Thanks. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. Right now I'm joined via Skype from, are you in Montreal? Where are you, Derek?
I'm in Montreal, yeah.
Yeah, okay, from Montreal. This is Derek Seguin, ladies and gentlemen. Derek is going to be headlining at Sue Blasters on March the 28th. Derek, thanks for joining me today on Mornings with Luann and Tim. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Tim?
You doing okay?
I'm doing good.
You just had a gig last night or something? Were you talking
I did. I'm headlining here in Montreal at the Comedy Nest.
Comedy Nest.
In the historic Montreal Forum.
Fantastic. Derek, I first saw you on Just for Laughs. I think probably a lot of people have seen you on Just for Laughs. You actually won an award, didn't you? You were October 2015 6th Annual Canadian Top Comic Award. Was that part of Just for Laughs on Sirius XM, yeah?
That's Sirius XM, and the part of the prizes were appearances at Just for Laughs. But yeah,
that's how that worked.
it's a Sirius XM contest, and that was the top comic in Canada in 2015.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You've also done some other interesting things. You've actually done...
I have. I've done Skype interviews in my underwear. I just realized I'm not wearing pants.
Neither am I, so we're even.
Sweet.
When you how did you get into comedy in the first place? It's been about 15 years you've been performing professionally. What brought you to comedy? What did you used to do?
I used to be an advertising executive, and actually it was in that job that I discovered stand-up comedy as a potential thing that I could do. I was at the local newspaper here in Montreal. It's the Montreal Gazette.
Yeah.
And so we advertised with them a lot. So they had like an annual Christmas party, and they invite all the agency people over. And I went to this Christmas party, and I had a friend that's worked there, Kelly. And so I obviously hung out with her because I knew her. And she's like, oh, this is my friend Kevin. He worked here at the Gazette also in whatever retention service or whatever. And but he's also a stand-up comedian. That's how he was introduced. I'm like, what do you mean you're a stand-up comedian? Until that moment, I had never... Like, to me, a stand-up comedian was like Richard Pryor, Bill Hicks, like the famous people.
Right.
Only in meeting that guy did it occur to me that there's a starting point for everybody. You start as like a bozo that nobody know, and you work your way up to things. So I was like, oh, wow, so anybody can do comedy? Yeah. And then so he brought me to my first open mic, and I was just immediately addicted to it. So totally addicted right out of the gate.
But then that also led to some acting stuff as well, correct? You got some acting credits?
I do have some acting credit. I wish I got more, but I guess I'm a very specific casting. I've done a few things that, like, I play an English person, and I can speak without an accent.
You can?
In a role. I was an ambulance technician. But it take a lot of concentration. Usually I play like either a bad guy who gets killed, or I play a policeman. It's funny how I'm never just a regular Joe.
You'd be good on Bad Blood. Have you done Bad Blood yet?
No, I never even heard of it.
No. Oh, okay. It's all about the mob, like the Russian mob and the Montreal mob, and like
wait, I think I did. I auditioned for it, but I didn't get it.
Yeah, my partner does the on-set supervision for that. I'll put in a word for you.
Thank you very much.
No, but it's kind of funny about you being able to do speak without a French accent. When you did the Language Police, when the French comedy stuff, right?
Yeah.
You actually you played somebody who had to. You did that one where you go into the bar and you're like, okay, well, we got to talk like we're from Saskatchewan, with these heavy French accents. So it's funny to know that you can actually do it if you wanted to.
Yeah. Well, the language police, I was playing French, so I spoke French and English with a French accent.
Right.
Trying to catch the other people, but...
that was some clever stuff. That was back in 2008, man. That's a long time ago.
No way, it wasn't that long ago.
That's what it says, no?
No.
Oh, that was French Comedy Bastards, different thing.
French Comedy Bastards, right, that was...
Language Police was 2013. I'm sorry, Derek.
Yeah, that's it.
And
my kid was in that. I don't know if you could see him. He was in that.
Which one? Who? Reese?
That guy?
Did you say your kid? Hey,
yeah, that guy.
Is that
he was
Reese?
my kid. That's Reese, yeah.
Is he still playing football?
He quit this year. I'm very disappointed. Look at he's a professional at that. He's a couch surfing professional.
Was he hoping to go to a university on a scholarship or something?
I was hoping. I don't think my kid typically just think there's an unlimited supply of money, so they don't care who pays for university. They just know it's not them.
Why don't you just give a phone call to Lori Laughlin and see if she can help you get him into a college? I understand she's got $1 million in bonds sitting around right now that she could maybe help you out.
That'd be great.
Hey,
I'm trying to get him to replay next year.
In football?
Hoping. Yeah, football.
So now
he's designed for it. See, he's 18-year-old, 280 pounds. He's pretty quick.
Holy smokes! Hey, and you have 2 daughters too. What's it like? You're a single father, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're raising 2 daughters. You got one that's sort of 19 and one that's on the cusp, both 13. What's that like, raising the second daughter? Have things changed much as a father raising a daughter, a teenage daughter?
Changed much from when?
From when you raised Jamie, you know what I mean? Like, or is it this?
Has it changed? Well, it's equally challenging. I'll say that.
Is it part of your routine? Do you talk about your kids in the routine?
Oh, I talk about them all the time. I talk about Jamie and Andy and him. I talk about him. He was actually at the show last night, and he became like the star of the show, much to his chagrin. Now I won't wonder why he doesn't want to come to more shows.
Now, the comedy I like best is when you go blue. I personally like all of the dirty material you do. You're known for that. Is that what we can look forward to here in Sault Ste. Marie? I hope.
I would think so, yes. When there's no TV camera rolling, I tend to say the F word a lot. and talk about doing the F word a lot, actually.
One of my favorites.
I'm a bit of a dry spell right now, but I can still remember what it's like.
Are you in a dating dry spell right now?
Well, yeah, I'm not seeing anybody right now, so.
Well, maybe you'll get lucky.
Nobody in particular.
Did you know, by the way, I'm going to give you a little bit of information that I don't know if you might want to use this when you're here. You've been here before, but not for a public gig. You were here for an industrial gig, corporate.
Corporate, right.
You do a lot of corporate stuff, don't you, Derek?
I do. I do the right balance of it. If you do too much corporate work, you sort of start getting a little bit like, get me out of this. I just want to say fuck, please.
Yeah.
But I do enough that I support my family and I'm able to not be homeless and stuff. So yeah, I do just enough.
That's pretty important. So now this is a public gig in the Sioux. It's obviously at the Sioux Blasters, 9 o'clock on March 28th. But here's a little backgrounder for you, Derek. In 1990, here in Sault Ste. Marie, our city
1890?
No, 1990.
Okay, 1990.
Our city council passed a motion saying that English was the sole working language of our city's government. Okay. We were an English only. It was completely against the law. In 1994, it was struck down by the courts. And in 2010, our mayor had to apologize to the whole country for that whole English language debacle. So just a little something for you to consider when you're coming to Sault Ste. Marie. At one time, we were an English-only city.
So it used to be illegal to speak French in the city?
We wouldn't do no bilingual signage, no bilingual, no nothing. City business was conducted only in English, and it was a bylaw.
That sound very Quebecois mentality, except the
only
opposite.
Backwards.
Yeah,
and even
because I find it ridiculous that here in Quebec, we need tourism, come and visit Montreal, and then when you get here, you don't know where the fuck you're going because all the signs are in one language that you don't speak.
and considering also that the name of our city is Sault Ste. Marie, it's a French name, you know.
Sault Ste. Marie, yeah.
Yeah, but we bastardize everything here. I grew up at a place called Pointe-au-Pin, P-O-I-N-T-E, Pointe, O-A-U-X, Pointe-au-Pin. But we call it here in Sault Ste. Marie Pointe-au-Part.
Pointe-au-Part?
Yeah, Pointe-au-Part. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because we're an English-only city.
Point is the same word in English as in French. Point, and you say it right the first time.
I know.
Wouldn't it be paro par? You're gonna fuck up the word. Fuck it up both times. What the hell?
Are you performing with somebody else at Sue Blasters? Are you bringing anybody with you, or
yeah, Chris Bonaparte is going to be on the show with me. It's actually he's the producer of the show, so a lot of comedians will produce shows at as well as perform. It's our way of making some money. Like I just finished a tour that I did myself. It's a lot more work. I'd much prefer show up, tell my dick jokes and leave. But a lot of comedians will produce shows, and Chris is a great guy. I've known him for 15 years.
He's brought other shows here too. He's brought other comedians here to the Sioux as well.
Yes, he has. He started in Montreal. He lives in like the Toronto area now, but we met when he lived here in Montreal.
Okay, well, I'm going to be at your show. I'm going to introduce myself to you. I look forward to seeing you live because I've been a fan of yours through television and through the media. So I'm looking forward to meeting you. And safe travels. We'll see you here March 28th at Sue Blasters. That's right downtown Sault Ste. Marie. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Derek Seguin from Montreal via Skype. Thanks again for your time, Derek.
Sorry about my hair, but thanks for having me, Tim.
Okay. Go put some pants on.
No way, man. No way. Pants free.
We'll see you soon.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Several relatives that speak just like Derek Seguin. Boy, he seems very colorful, doesn't he?
Smoking away in his underwear, cursing up a storm.
Just like every French Canadian I know.
I do, but if anybody is interested in going to the show, just check. If you check out Derek's, there's one monologue he does on YouTube.
Hilarious.
I'm going to go see the show. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
And so once again, laughter's the best medicine, plus the holistic healing fair this weekend. It's all about wellness this Wednesday.
It is. Thank you so much for watching. Bum Slide Thursday.
We'll see you tomorrow morning. Luann and Tim have a great Wednesday.
Thanks for watching.